So we're starting Parashat Noah, and it's very interesting how Chachamim, the Hazal, compare Noah to Abraham. They tell us how Noah was great, but he wasn't as great as Abraham. Now usually we never see Chazal comparing people. They never say, Yaakov Avinu was great, but he wasn't as great as Yitzchak. Or, David HaMelech was great, but he wasn't as good as Abraham. They never do that, right? It's only here by Noah, because the Pasuk says, Bedorotav. So someone who explained it that in his generation, he was great. Had he lived in a different generation, he would have paled in comparison, for example, to Abraham Avinu. So we have to understand what exactly was the difference between Noah and Abraham. What made Abraham that much greater? If I were to ask you guys, what is the difference between the two? What makes Abraham who he was, and where did Noah fall short? Rav Dessler says, if you look closely, Noah is referred to as an Ish Tzaddik. But Abraham is referred to as an Ish Chesed. That is much greater. Because an Ish Tzaddik does what's tzedek, he does what's right, he does what's just, he does what needs to be done. Noach is in the Teva, the animals are under his property, he's responsible for them, so he feeds the animals. He's in a situation, something needs to, so he's there doing it. God tells him build a Teva, he builds a Teva. People ask him what's going on, why are you building a Teva? So he answers the questions and he tells them what's going on. But it was all a reaction to the circumstances around him. Whereas Abraham was proactive. He went out looking, where could I be of help? Where am I needed? He didn't just respond to a calling. He was always the first one initiating. That is what chesed is. It's above what needs to be done. And so Noah, he was great. He did what was right. He did what was obligated. But Abraham took it a step further. Whether it was with chesed, whether it was with kiruv and trying to bring people back to Judaism. So the question is, where did Noah fall short? If he was so great, the Torah calls him an Ish Tzaddik. Try to understand this for a second. You made it to like the first cut. The Torah calls you an Ish, it's unbelievable. So why didn't he go to the next level? To be an Ish Chesed. What separates the men from the boys? And I think there's a couple of answers. The first one, Noach's name actually means Noach. What does Noach mean? Comfortable. So Noach did chesed when it was comfortable. He did it when it was easy. He did it when he was asked to. But to be an Ish Chesed is you got to go past the comfort zone. Like Rabbi Besser's office, the sign right there. Chesed begins past your comfort zone. That's a very hard thing to do because we all love Chesed and we all love to help. But we sometimes have a very hard time doing it when it's not easy. I remember a couple of years ago, there was a kid in the school that he was going on a Chesed mission to Israel. And he had a problem, he had a question that he asked the Rav Prat. He said, Rabbi, we're going on a Chesed mission, I'm spending a lot of money on this trip, thousands of dollars. And the problem is that there's a kid that needs a room. And they want me to room with him. They want me to add this kid into my room. And I'll be honest, Rabbi, the kid's not so fun. If we add him to the room, it's going to be like, it's going to kill the room, because then another kid that we want to be with, there's 3 in the room, so another kid is going to go to a different room. I want to be with my 2 other friends. So, I don't know, should I add him to my room? I'm spending a lot of money, I want to be with my boys. If I add the kid, it's going to kind of kill it. What should I do, Rabbi? My Prat told me a beautiful answer. I was there listening to the conversation. I said, I wonder, it's a good question. My Prat said, I think if you could find it within yourself to bring this kid into your room, you would achieve what this whole trip is about. The whole point of the trip, right? Chesed mission. The kid's going on the trip, right? He loves chesed. And we all love chesed. But a lot of times it's easy, and that's where we're able to do it, and that's where we're able to go and donate and give. But sometimes it's much harder. To be able to go past our level of comfort, past Noah, that's the difference of the world. The world of a difference. Answer number 2. We all have an attitude that we want to change the world. We have an attitude that we want to be that person that's going to make a difference and we're going to be great and everything. But we're kind of sitting back and waiting for it to come to us. We're like sitting back and waiting for opportunity to knock on our door and to say, okay, here you go, Rabbi, we have a job for you. Here you go, we have a person that needs to be worked on. Here you go, we have an old lady that needs help. Go out and become great. Do great things. We are waiting to be called upon. We're waiting for that knock on the door. And a lot of times in life, if we keep waiting, we just might never get that call. Because a lot of times being great is about us having to make that first step. Us about initiating, taking that initiative, and going out and looking into people's problems. All the greats of history. They weren't really asked to become great. No one said, here, Rabbi, we have a yeshiva, do you want to be the head? Come, let's make you great. Sarah Schneer, no one asked her, could you run this type of system that we want to put out? She was the one that went out, she made the first step, she initiated. Kind of like what Shelly, right? Shelly, no one asked her, could you run the mission? She was just said, you know what? I think this would be a great idea. It's Friday, Erev Shabbat. We're eating lunch anyways. Why not have 15 minutes? Beautiful. And that's what it's about, becoming a person who is proactive in life. That's what made Abraham so great. I want to share with you, we're close because it's getting to the end. I just want to share with you a beautiful story. And when I heard it, mind blowing. Our Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, big rabbi that lived in the 1900s. Our Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, Erev Sukkot. He calls his nephew. Yes, uncle, what's going on? I'm very busy. Is everything okay? He says, listen, I need you to come with me to my house. I have to give you something very important. Okay? So Shlomo Zalman Auerbach needs me in his house. He drops everything. It's very hectic, right? Try to think that just took 2 weeks ago. Erev Sukkot. Very hectic. Okay, he leaves everything. He runs to his uncle's house. Yes, uncle, what can I do for you? I have a few envelopes here. Please give out these envelopes to certain aniyim in our community right before the holiday. I need you to give it out now, before the holiday begins. So the student takes all the envelopes. He starts looking at the names of the aniyim. Uncle, I know these people. I work with chesed organizations. We gave to these people. They already have food for the holiday. They're taken care of. I don't see the urgency of having to deliver these today. Could I do it Chol HaMoed? He says, no, you have to do it now. Okay? So he takes the envelopes and he starts going to deliver building after building, apartment after apartment, all different envelopes to Aniyim. So after 3 Aniyim, he gets to the 4th guy, knocks on the door, they open up, he gives him the envelope. The guy takes it, and he's so excited to see what's in it that he opens it in front of the guy delivering it. And so here he is, the guy's opening up the envelope, so now the curiosity gets to him, he wants to know how much is my uncle giving out. And so he peeks into the envelope. And how much money is inside? There's no money. Tickets to the Gan HaHayot, to the biblical zoo. He's going crazy. Are you serious? Tickets to the biblical zoo, this is why my uncle is bothering me, Erev Sukkot, to give out tickets for Chol HaMoed Biblical Zoo. This is what he had to bother me. This couldn't wait. He starts going crazy. He gets to the next ani. He thought maybe it was one guy. He opens it up. Tickets to the Biblical Zoo. Every single envelope. Tickets to the zoo. He goes back to his uncle and says, I don't understand. You sent me on a whole mission. Erev Sukkot, I'm busy. And he's sending me to deliver, not money, not food for the holiday, but a trip for Chol HaMoed. Why couldn't it wait? And his uncle says, you don't understand. Supports everyone in shul with the kids. Think for a minute, what are these kids going to be doing during the break when they're outside doing Sefer Torah? They're going to be talking. And what do kids talk about? So what are you doing Chol HaMoed? Where are you guys going Chol HaMoed? And everyone's going to be saying their plans. And some kids, because they don't have so much money, they're going to feel left out. You're going to feel like, hey, it's not fair. I don't have plans for Columbia Day. And then they're going to go home and they're going to complain, Mom, how come we're not going to Columbia anywhere? Dad, why we don't have a trip planned? It's going to lead to fighting. Make the parents feel bad. And that's why it was urgent that we deliver them today. This way on the holiday, they'll have plans as well. Why should they feel left out? It's an amazing story. He's talking about, first of all, the adult, who has so many problems to deal with. And he's concerned about a little kid that in shul might feel bad he doesn't have a trip plan. No one asked him to do it. No one said, Rabbi, here's money, what should we use? He understood something needs to be done about the situation. He thought about it. He took 10 seconds to think about it. It takes time. It's not just like a problem that you see right away. It's like a process to understand that, kids, and they think about these things. It's being very thoughtful. That's what it means to be an ish chesed. To be a person who doesn't just do what needs to be done at the moment when asked. I need hours, so let me go and do chesed. Someone asked me if I could tutor them for a test, so I'll tutor them. No, I know there's a girl in the class that never understands the material. Why do I have to wait for her to call me? Why do I have to wait for the kid to come and ask me, could I room with you on seminar? I know he doesn't have a room. I know no one's asking him, he's a loser, no one likes to be with him. Why am I waiting for someone to knock on my door and ask me, hey, could you step up to this situation? That's great, by the way, if they knock and they say, yes, I'll do it. Great, enter my room. Beautiful. But there's even greater than that. There's even more beautiful. There's taking initiative. Understanding, trying to see in the future. There's something that will happen. I know this is, hey, you want to come to my room? We need a third person. We'd love for you to. Imagine, that's an unbelievable concept. And there's all over, in school, all over. You're taking a test. Kid needs a pen. You know he's going to ask. Why do you have to wait for him to ask? You see in the corner of your eye, he's trying, his lead pencil is broken. Offer the kid a pencil. So I'm going to close with a beautiful quote from Rav Schneerson. He said, if you see what needs to be repaired, and how to repair it, and you know how to repair it, then you have found a piece of the world that Hashem has left for you to complete. Thank you all for listening. Shabbat Shalom.